Successive differentiation is nothing but higher order derivatives. Okay, that is, we have already seen that if y is equal to fx, and if we differentiate, what do we get? We get dy dx is equal to f dash x, isn't it? This dy dx is also written as y1. It is sometimes written as y dashed also. Okay, fine. The second order derivative is defined as ddx of dy dx. If you differentiate dy dx once again, this is called the first order derivative. Okay, this is called the first order derivative. This ddx of dy dx we call d2y dx2. It is not d square y dx square. It is called d2y dx2. Okay, and this ddx dy dx is also written as f double dash x, also written as y2 or y double dashed. Okay, so what you notice is that, remember this, that when we are differentiating y1, that is ddx of dy dx, we get y2. Okay, we'll be using this in the problems. Okay, next is, suppose ddx of d2y dx2. That is, if you are differentiating the second order derivative, you will get the third order derivative, which is called d3y dx3. It is denoted by f triple dash x, also denoted by y3 or y triple dashed. Okay, if you are differentiating the third order derivative, you get d4y dx4. Okay, you get f. We don't give 4 dashes. In fact, what you do is we give a 4 and the brackets on top. This is written as y4, or if you want to write in terms of y, this is also written as y4 with 4 under brackets. So what you need to note here is that ddx of y2 is y3 and ddx of y3 is y4, and so on. This will continue. Okay, for your purpose, we hardly move to third order or fourth order differentiation. Of all your problems will mostly be based on second order differentiation. Okay, there is an nth order derivative also, but then that is not in our scope. So starting with the first one, first we have question here is, find the second derivative of the following functions. First one, let y is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Therefore dy dx is equal to, if you differentiate this, you will clearly get 3ax square plus 2bx, or let's write this separately first, and then we'll get a is a constant, you keep it out of the differentiation, differentiate x cube to get 3x square. B is a constant, you keep it out, differentiate x square to get 2x. C is a constant, you keep it out and differentiate x to get 1. So ultimately you get 3ax square plus 2bx plus c. This is what dy dx is. And what about y2 or d2y dx2? You differentiate dy dx once again. Dx dy dx, which is equal to 3a is a constant, you keep it out, differentiate x squared to get 2x. 2b is a constant, you keep it out, differentiate x to get 1. So what you get here is 6ax plus 2b, and that is your second order derivative. That is your d2y dx2. You can take 2 common, write this as 3ax plus b. Okay, so that finishes the first one. Let us see the next one. Next one is log x. So we say let y is equal to log x. Therefore, y1 is dy dx is equal to 1 by x. Y2 is equal to d2y dx2 is equal to ddx 1 by x, which is minus 1 by x square. That's it. So this was a two-liner. Third one, sine inverse x. It is always a good practice to write differentiating both sides after writing the function. Differentiating both sides with respect to x. We get y1 is equal to ddx sine inverse x, you know, is 1 by root 1 minus x square, right? So in order to find as the second derivative, we differentiate once again. So differentiating both sides with respect to x, we get y2 ddx y1 is y2 is equal to, now if you differentiate this, how much will you get? ddx of 1 by root 1 minus x square. So which is ddx of, you can write this as 1 minus x square to the power of half, minus half in fact. So now differentiate this first by x to the power of n. So you get n x to the power of n minus 1 into ddx of whatever is within the power, which is 1 minus x square. So you get here minus half into 1 minus x square into ddx 1 minus x square, you know, is minus 2x. So what you see here is that this 2 and this 2, they cancel out, so that, and this is to the power of minus 3 by 2. Okay, so now you can write this as minus minus combined to give you a plus. You simply get 1 x by 1 minus x square to the power of 3 by 2. If you take x1 minus x square to the denominator, the power will become positive. Okay, moving on to the next one. Number 4, if you take y is equal to x by root 1 x minus 1. Okay, how will you differentiate this? Can you tell me? Can you give me an idea? I just want to know, because enough of differentiation you have done. So I just would like to know how we can easily is there any other way of differentiating this or not, apart from u by v rule? Apart from u by v rule. Hmm?
U by V. Then we can use UV rule even, because we can take x into 1 by
No,
root.
not u, not even u into v.
Oh, then
You write this as x minus 1 plus 1. Okay, now you separate. You get x minus 1 divided by root x minus 1. Very useful technique. Take note of this technique. Okay, we shall be using this technique in integration. X minus 1 can be written as root x. Tell me.
x minus.
I could not hear you.
So y plus, so in the second line, plus 1 by root x minus 1. No.
Plus 1. Yes, I have
Plus,
a. This sign is here. This
no,
sign is here.
sir.
Tell me what.
Root under x minus 1, you have written 1 minus x.
Okay. This and the denominator.
Yes, sir.
This is x minus 1. And here you can write this normally as 1 by root x minus 1. So what will happen? This and this will cancel. So you simply get root x minus 1 plus 1 by root x minus 1. Now why I did this is because the first order derivative can be found out very easily if you do this. Okay, is equal to y1 is dy dx. First write differentiating both sides. Differentiating both sides with respect to x, we get y1 is equal to dy dx is equal to if you differentiate root over of x minus 1, you get 1 by 2 root x minus 1. Okay. And how do you differentiate this one? This is d dx of x minus 1 to the power of minus half, isn't it? So you have 1 by 2 root x minus 1. If you want to differentiate this, if you can differentiate this by power rule, okay. So this is 1 by 2 root x minus 1 minus 1 by 2 into x minus 1, or let me write this as negative because we need to differentiate once again. So we'll write it with negative power only, no problem. Okay. Minus half x minus 1 to the power of minus 3 by 2. Okay. And we write this also as a negative power and take half common. So you get x minus 1 to the power of minus half minus x minus 1 to the power of minus 3 by 2. This is what we are getting as y1. Differentiating both sides again with respect to x, we get y2 is equal to half, you take common, you take outside because it is a constant. d dx of x minus 1 to the power of minus half is half x minus 1 to the power of minus half minus 1, right? Minus, and d dx x minus 1 to the power of minus 3 by 2 is minus 3 by 2 x minus 1 to the power of minus 3 by 2 minus 1. Okay. So this becomes half into half x minus 1 to the power of minus 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2 x minus 1 to the power of minus 5 by 2. Okay. Now you can take half out and can write this as 1/4 of 1 by x minus 1 to the power of 3 by 2 plus 3 divided by x minus 1 to the power of 5 by 2. That should be your answer. Okay. Moving on to the next sum. The next sum is x to the power of x. Since one function is raised to the power of another function, so we take logs.
Yeah, we can take log.
Just as we did this differentiation in under L'Hospital's rule also. Differentiating both sides with respect to x, we get 1 by y dy dx is equal to x, d dx of log x is 1 by x plus log x into ddx of x is 1. So this simply becomes 1 plus log x. Okay. So that means dy dx is y into 1 plus log x. Okay. Now, instead of putting the value of y, we differentiate this here directly once again, differentiating both sides. Because we don't need dy dx, we need d2y dx. So if you differentiate dy dx, you get d2y dx2 is equal to, again you differentiate by u into v rule. You take this as u and you take this as v. So first function y into the ddx of 1 plus log x. ddx 1 plus log x is 0 plus 1 by x, right? Plus you take 1 plus log x as it is and you differentiate y to get dy dx, right? So what you get here is y by x plus 1 plus log x dy dx. Okay, now you put the value of dy dx. What is the value of dy dx we have got here? We have got y into 1 plus log x, right? We still have a y there, so we'll put back the value of y also. Okay, but let me just simplify this. If you take y common, you get 1 by x plus 1 plus log x whole square. Now you put the value of y. The value of y was x to the power of x into 1 by x plus 1 plus log x whole square. And that is the value of your dy dx. Clear? Number 6, x sin x. Differentiating both sides with respect to x. We get y1 is equal to, differentiate this x into ddx sin x, right? Plus sin x into ddx of x. So what are we getting? X cos x plus sin x, right? Differentiating both sides again. With respect to x, we get y2 is equal to ddx of x cos x plus sin x. So ddx x cos x plus ddx sin x. So you have x ddx cos x plus cos x ddx of x plus ddx sin x is cos x. You get ddx cos x is minus dx cos x is minus sin x. So you get minus x sin x plus cos x plus cos x. So your answer is 2 cos x minus x sin x. Okay. So that is d2y dx2. Fine. So I'll stop here.